Hey, this is Blake from the Gig Harbor Fly Shop, and today we are tying up the light Cahill parachute, and this is on page 50 in the Hareline fly tying material book that comes with the kit that has all of the materials to tie up 20 different flies that are all in this book. We are tying some dry flies now that are on the red pages, and so these are a little bit more difficult for beginners, and so if you're starting off with us and going through this book, we definitely recommend starting with those green pages, the yellow pages, just to work on those techniques before you jump into the dry flies. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to tie in the para post, and so I just have pulled out a section, cut a section just so it's a little bit easier to work with. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay this down on the hook and make a couple wraps forward. That's about where I want my post to be. I'll just cut these. I don't want to have them, kind of want to leave these tapered so that when I wrap back over them, the body doesn't have a bump in there. And then I'm going to move my thread forward in front of the material there. Just put a couple wraps in there. That kind of will help kind of set that for its position. So now we're going to take the thread and we're going to wrap up. We're not going to wrap on the hook. We're going to wrap up this material to kind of keep its shape, and then it also forms a base for us to wrap that hackle around. This can get a little bit tricky, and so what we want to do is we want to start low. We're going to work the thread up a little bit and then come back down with it. And one of the things that I'll do is that I will kind of hand off the bobbin from one hand to the other as it goes around. Okay, got my post there. I'm just gonna, I'll cut it to length later, but that's probably decent. That's gonna be a little long. Okay, so now I'm gonna work back, tying my tail. Now we're using this dry fly tailing feathers that comes in the kit, and we're gonna use that kind of ginger color that's in there. Just going to take a little amount off the side of the feather. Now I'm going to take my dubbing, and I'm just going to take a little tiny bit. It's probably too much right there. I'm just going to spread it out. Roll that on there. Okay, now I'm going to take my feather, and this is in the little Cahill saddle value pack that comes with the kit. And I want to tie it so that I'm going to tie it on at an angle. And now this is going to wrap around the post, and we want to make to go up with our wrap slightly high, not too high, but just a little bit. And then when we make our consecutive wraps, we're gonna wrap those wraps back down, and it's gonna hopefully keep that hackle a little bit more the way we want it. So as you start wrapping around, you want to increase the tension a little bit. You don't want to break that feather. Okay, now I'm going to tie this feather off. Two wraps. Okay, I'm going to pull all those little fibers back out of the way. Just put a couple wraps underneath there. And you don't have to add dubbing for the head. You know, if you're just tying this out of the book, then, you know, just kind of practicing the parachute is the important part. But I'm gonna just add a little bit of dubbing. It's so easy to put too much dubbing on there.
Hey, thanks for joining us today. I hope that this was super helpful for you. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave comments below. We love to answer those and help you out with the journey of tying flies. If you need materials, there's links in the description below for the kit, as well as all those different materials that we've shared in the video. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, click the bell so you get notified of updates that we have coming out. And thanks for joining us today. Thanks.